Welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is going to look at the shipping in the new Woocommerce, which came out in 2016. So I'm assuming it's going to be here for the next few years. It's a little bit different than the old Woo shipping setup, and we need to look at how to improve it and set it up for reality. So we're going to have to do a few changes to it. So let's have a look what I mean. So here's a typical basket. This is what we might want. So we've added a couple items in the basket. Here it's done automatically, economy, 2 to 3 days, and it's got a price $3.95. It's got the option of doing 24-hour express, and it's also got the option of click and collect, which is going to be free. Okay. And in here, if I go calculate shipping, it's going to do it on a postcode and my town. But this is the bit that's important, because if we were just set shipping up, say for the UK, and someone goes shopping in your shop, but they live in the Isle of Man or Northern Ireland, you're going to find out the postage is a lot more expensive. So we need to allocate that. Now the way we allocate it is with postcodes. Now the other thing we can do with the new Woocommerce is maybe you want to start selling to customers in France. When they put their address in, we don't want them to show this. We want them to show just the services that are relevant to them. So France, if I'm the Isle of Man, when my address is it's picking my address up because I'm logged in. If I was in the Isle of Man, when I put my address in, I only want to see the Isle of Man postage. I don't want it to offer me economy 2-3 days for $3.95 because I can't have it. Okay, so that's what we're trying to set up and achieve. Now when it is set up, it's going to look something like this. Okay, this is what we're going to try and achieve. So here I've got a France postage, a Northern Ireland, a Highlands, a mainland. And it's set up with the postcodes, and the postcodes is the bit that's going to work out where it's going to go to, so the customer always gets the correct parcel rate. Now the other thing we're going to do, we're going to set it up on weight. I've looked at all different scenarios and I've tried different things over the years, and I find that weight is the easiest way to set up a shopping basket. Now there is a little caveat to the weight, and we have to do a little bit of thinking about it, and sometimes we're going to put a wrong weight in to make it right for us. Now what we'd really like to do is have an if or an or, so we'd like it to work out what was the best combination, whether it's to do a limit of weight or limit of size. Let me show you what I mean. Let's look at a second class parcel. So this row here, this is a postage rate. I set these up for my customers for them to get used to postage and how to set it up. Okay, so to start off, I'm just using standard postage. Second class, small parcel. Okay, small parcels, we can go up to 2 kilograms for £2.85, or we can do it signed for $3.95. Now, thinking about postage so you understand it, signed for is obviously great. The customer signed it, there's no dispute, you've had the item. But it costs more, and obviously you're going to pass it on to your customer. Now, if it's a cheap item and they're buying something for, I don't know, £5, and you're sticking £4 postage on it, it makes it pretty expensive. It makes it a £9 item. So ideally, the £2.85 non-signed for, it's going to be better. Now your concern is going to be, yeah, but they could just accept it and say they've not had it and I'm out of pocket. That is correct. The thing to remember is when you post it, if it's £20 or less, you are insured on a normal non-signed for parcel. You just must get proof of posting from the post office. If it's over £20, then really you need to go signed for, and then there's other things we can look at. So I'm going to set a parcel for 2 kilograms, small parcel, £2.85, perfect. It is, but there's a catch to that. The catch is this: small parcel dimensions are here. So what happens if my box is 50 centimeters by 40 centimeters by 20 centimeters, but it only weighs 1.5 kilograms? Well, it falls into this weight category here, but it's too big. So then it falls into the medium parcel. Okay, so here's the medium parcel. Now this would be really hard to set up at the moment on Woocommerce. So what you're better off doing is knowing when you enter the item. So if the item is below 2 kilograms, but it happens to be bigger than a small parcel, enter it as 2.1 kilograms. And then all of a sudden, we will set up the next category of parcels, which in this case is a large parcel with Parcel Force. And in this case, we get large parcels from Parcel Force up to 30 kilograms, 24 hours next day delivery for £5.85 plus VAT, which comes to £7.2p, and we'll charge it at £6.95 because it's a nicer number. If you want this rate, by the way, I'll give you a link. It comes through Dispatch Bay Pro. The link I'll give you will give you a £325 credit, and basically you have to upload £50 first. Then they'll credit you another 25, and then you'll get these rates. And what happens is, as soon as you register on Dispatch Bay Pro through the link, you'll end up getting a phone call pretty quickly within probably the same day. They'll announce who they are and say, "Hi, I'm your rep. Okay, let's talk about some proper rates. Forget what's advertised," and they'll offer you probably this, to be honest. They also offer what's called packets, small parcel packets, which are actually up to 3 kilograms. And are better than all these prices. The catch on small packets, which is why we're going to work off the Royal Mail standard prices. The small packet only works if you send more than one packet at a time. And what actually happens is, it's quite a strange system really. If we've got 2 small packets and say they're up to 3 kilograms, so it's very good, and it's only about £2.78. You put those 2 packets together at £2.78. You've then got to put them in a big box, and you post that big box to a separate address. Then it goes to that address, and then they take it out and send it as individual parcels. And again, you can send 40, 50, 60 in that one box. And the more you send, the cheaper it becomes, because that big box also costs, I don't know, about £2.50 or something. And obviously, if you split that £2.50 between 20 or 30 parcels, or even 2, it is cheaper than Royal Mail, and it is tracked as well. And that's the packet service, and again, that's in Dispatch Bay Pro. But we've got to work on the worst case scenarios. We've got to say, okay, I'm starting my shop off. I'm not going to be very busy from day one. Let's work my postage out on the worst case scenario. So we've got this thing, if you were listed on eBay, you include the postage into the item. But if you're doing directly on your shop, you really want to do it separate. And you want to do it that the postage is relevant to what people are buying. So if people are buying one product and it's very light, they'll get the cheapest rate. If they're buying lots of products that goes up to 10 kilo, they're not going to get a bad rate. They're going to pay £5.85 plus VAT. You may also want to set that if they spend maybe £100 or £150, they get free postage. So we'll look at all these different combinations that are going to work for you to cover all your products. That's what we're trying to achieve. Okay. So this is what we need to achieve. And in here, say mainland UK, there's around about 2,500 postcodes we need to put in. Oh, there you go, 2,652. Northern Ireland, 87, and here we've got 139. So we need to stick these in. Okay. We'll have a quick look at these. Okay, so we click Edit here. I'll explain what all these things are. All these postcodes are here. Now, lucky for you, you don't have to enter these all in. I'm going to give you them in a notepad file. You're just going to copy and paste them. I'll show you how we do that. Okay. So let's come out of here. Let's look at a shop that he's doing. Here's one. Okay, postage hasn't been set up here. Lots of varied items. We've got a safe there. Well, that's going to be heavy. Barrier tape. That's going to be very light. That's over £20. That's under £20. So here I'd send that just signed for. Sorry, not signed for. Proof of posting from the post office. And Dispatch Bay, the way I've got to set it up, for the time being, we're just going to dump it off at the post office. However, they will collect it, but there's a surcharge, I think, if you've got less than 4 parcels. So, again, it's one of them. You're starting off, we've got to do what suits. As you get busier, we've got the facility ready for us, okay? So let's look at our postage, what we need. Now, the first thing we're going to need to do actually is go to our plugins. We need to add a plugin. We're going to add one called Woocommerce Booster, okay, which is this one here, Booster for Woocommerce. It's a free plugin, but actually, if you can pay for the premium, it's always nice to support these guys. You get everything you're ever going to need for Woocommerce, from packing invoices to proper invoices, to be able to really customize our shipping the way we want it of weight. So to find it, all you just go is Woocommerce Booster. And it's a man with a pig or a pig on a rocket or something like that we're going to find. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Add new. There we go, this is the screen you want first, so there we go, it's here at the top. So it's by Algorithmica Limited, something like that. Install this, it's good support, it's updated. If you email them for support, I think I spoke to a guy called Tom quite a few times, even really late at night. Very helpful, setting it up. So install it, get it done. Mine's already active, so I can't install it. Normally you just click install, then you'll click activate, and you can do it all staying on these screens today, which is really good. When we've got the plugins, let's go to the plugin. We need to activate the bits we need on it. So it's here, we're going to go to settings. So this is in the plugin screen. I'm going to scroll all the way down. You'll be able to see all the things you've got here, you know, from crowdfunding to bookings to custom buttons on the cart, automatic SKU settings. It can do it so you've got proper numbers, proper order numbers rather than the random ones. Woocommerce generates. It's something you just want to have a look at and have a play. And just use a feature at a time and you'll get used to what's really good. So we want here shipping and orders. Select shipping. I've selected order numbers, so Woocommerce sequential order numbering rather than the random stuff that Woocommerce give you. Address format, so set address format, so it's per country basis. So force display the base country. So that means if I'm in France, it's just going to do France, and I've got other things selected there, PDF invoicing, things like that. So that's the setup. Now we can start setting up our postage. So go Woocommerce, go to settings. Let's go to shipping. Now, I'm sorry, I've got stuff in here. If we hadn't already anything here, you'll get this big colourful screen. Let me see if I can get it back. Let's remove this. Let's save changes. There's nothing in here for you. Become shipping zones. I'm just trying to reset mine so it comes and looks as a version thing for you. No, it's not. It's got a big colourful picture there, but don't worry about it. All you're going to do is go to shipping zones. Okay, if you're not on shipping zones, go to shipping zones. Let's add some shipping zones. Okay, so add a zone. So let's put main UK regions here. Okay, let's go for United Kingdom. Let's type it in actually. UN. Let's save this. Now, if we left that as United Kingdom, that's everything. That's Northern Ireland, that's the Shetland Islands, that's the Highlands, everything in there, but that we don't have set postage for all these things. So we need to add some more. Okay, so let's add some more shipping zones. Let's add, and copy and pasting this from another screen now. Northern Ireland, Isle of Man, Isle of Sicilies. But this is still United Kingdom. Let's add another shipping zone. And I'm now going to add the Highlands. Just copy and paste it from another screen. I'm on two screens, you can't see my second screen. Okay. Paste. Again. United Kingdom. And let's add one more. Let's add 48-hour parcels. And let's add this in France. Okay, let's save them. So we've got our regions set up we want. Okay. Now we need to specify them a bit more accurately. Now, let's look at these little buttons here. Don't use this over here, okay? You can use this, but it's going to just start confusing you. It just does everything that's done over here anyway. So we've got two things happening here, but we've got three buttons to click. Edit. That's what I'm going to do first. Edit is going to allow me to edit this and add my postcodes. If I click mainland or view, it will show me the postal options I have for here, which I can also get by adding the postal methods there. So let's just add our postcodes first. So let's go for edit. So we do United Kingdom, but now we want to limit it to specific codes, not the whole United Kingdom. So we're going to click it here. Now it tells you here, list one postcode per line. And below here it says postcodes containing wildcards, e.g. CB23, and fully numeric ranges here are also supported. So this is going to be more for, I don't know, Europe or America. We use postcodes. So what does that mean? That means if I go SK, I don't know, 16, okay, at the moment that wouldn't work. I'd have to go maybe 5RF. And then I may have to go SK16 4RF. And there may be, I don't know, 1,000 or 100 of them. I don't know how many there is. That would mean I'm entering a lot of different postcodes. What the wildcard says is if I go SK116 and put an asterisk, any postcode we've got 16 twice, sorry, I can't talk and type. So if I've got SK16 now, SK16 5RF is already covered because of the wildcard. So basically, it's only the beginning bit we need. It will work out that anything after, it really doesn't matter. This is only to work out the postage, it's not working out the actual physical address of the property. That's done later when they put their own address in. So that's the wildcard. So let's put our wildcard addresses in. And we're going to do that by copy and pasting, which I'm going to just scroll down and find the top of them now so I can paste these in for you. Having a technical difficulty here. It's not grabbing all of them for me. Come on. Just scrolling down the list. It's taking a while. So there is over 2,500 of these. Then it says one in one line. So I've already put these onto one line for you. And say I'll have a link in the description. And you can do this. They don't particularly change that often, postcodes. They tend to be, the master list has been set up. So there may be postcodes in here that have been set up for the future. So I don't know, SK15, there's a new estate that's going to be built. They already know that's going to be SK15 and it'll end up being, I don't know, 6PQ or something. So the master list seems to be pretty much bulletproof for now. Copy, here we go. So I'm going to put this in here, paste, there we go. I'll save those changes. There we go. 2,652 regions. We've got them all in. Now let's specify Northern Ireland. So edit. Again, I'm going to copy and paste these for you. Northern Ireland ones. So again, limit to specific postcodes. Save that. Nice, that's 7. I'm going to grab the Highland ones, make it a bit quicker now. Okay, so again, Highlands is here, edit. Save a change. The France one, I'm just doing France. It's 48 hours. It's a set price I've got from Dispatch Base, so we'll just enter that one in. So we got our postcode set up. Now let's see what this view does. So if I click Northern Ireland or I click view, it's the same. This is where it gets confusing. You go, why is it the same? Don't know. I've just done one or the other, but they've done both. So let's click view. Let's just stick with the view and edit buttons. add multiple shipping methods to this zone. So multiple means I can add more than one. So let's start adding some shipping methods. So Northern Ireland. Well, in fact, Northern Ireland, I'm only going to add one. We could add click and collect. Maybe they're popping over to the UK, so maybe you want to add that. But to keep it simple for this, I'm just going to give them a simple flat rate zone for now, okay? So add shipping zone, giving them a flat rate. Okay, flat rate. Now we're going to click, again, you can do both of them. I find this really annoying. I just want it to do one because you think, oh, what button's what? Let's do settings. Cost. 12.95. Okay, let's call this UK Islands up to 30 kilogram, because that's the service I get. I don't know if it's £12.95, but we'll just put that for now and I'll check the prices later. Okay, so we now have that. Just to show you what that button does, it'll do the same, brings it up, you see. This is why I find it irritating, the two same things. Let's go back to shipping zones. Northern Ireland, it's got UK Airlines up to 30 kilogram. Now remember, when they enter their address, this is only going to come up with this option because it knows the postcode. It won't get any other options. So they've got a flat fee. That means, unfortunately, it's expensive to sell to Northern Ireland. That's just the way it goes. Right. Whilst I'm here, I now want to activate something else. We'll go to shipping options. I think it's probably on this one. Just it may not be on yours. Here, enable the shipping calculator on the basket page. Just click that. Shipping destination, I'm forcing shipping to the customer billing address, but that's your choice. Okay, you can decide what you want to do on that. Let's go back to our shipping zones. So we're just going to repeat what we've just done for the Highlands, okay, that we've just done for Ireland, just so we get used to the system of it. So Highlands here, let's click view. We could do it through here, but let's just do it through here. Okay, add a shipping method. We're doing flat rate again. Okay, we've done that. Let's now click the settings. Let's call Highlands to 30 kilogram. You may want to specify how long it takes in there as well. Maybe 48 hours or something. It's a bit longer for the Highlands. You could also, I'd put a page, I haven't done it yet, a postage page on your website with the table. A bit like the one I showed you before, maybe something like that, showing all of your postage rates so they know. Okay, so Highlands, it's a flat rate. We've set the price. We can do settings or the Highlands to check it. So that's saved. It's £12.95. I put it up. It's 30 kilograms. There's no cheaper economy. We could add more rates, and you can do that if you've got more rates, and I'll show you how to do that when we do the UK. Back to shipping zones. So we're getting there. We've got these two nice simple ones done. And France is exactly the same as well. So let's do France. France, depends if you're southerner or northerner. Okay. Add a shipping method. Flat rate is what I'm doing. Okay. Add shipping method. Settings. So this is 48-hour air cargo up to 30 kilogram. And the price I put is £16.95 because actually that gives me insurance up to £200. I think it's £12 something up to £100 insurance, so you've got your own ones anyway. Non-taxable. Save changes. So again, I sell to people in France. They put their address in. They're only going to see this option. That's it. They're not going to see anything else. Okay. Back to shipping zones again. There's two shipping zones. There we go. So we've now got Highlands done, Northern Ireland done, and France done. Okay. Now we've got the mainland UK to do. So let's do that. So Remember, we're going to view it. Remember, edit is only to set up the postcodes. We don't ever need to go in there again. We can click mainland UK or view. We're going to use the bottom menus to make things simple. Add a shipping method. Okay, let's do pickup. Settings. I like calling it click and collect. That's sort of the modern way of doing it at the moment, isn't it? Because you've got that on eBay, Argos, stores like that. So we'll use their terminology. If we use similar terminology, people are going to feel more comfortable with the wording. Click and collect. Let's add another shipping method. Let's add a flat rate. Settings. I'm going to call this Express 48 hours up to 30 kilogram. And I'm going to charge this at £6.95. So it's 7p cheaper than what it actually costs me, but it's a nicer price. So what happens now is when someone goes to the store, they've got the choice now going click or collect or express 48 hours. Now what we're going to do is set up the economy, which is going to work on the shopping basket weight. Okay. So now I'm going to use my booster custom shipping, which is what we put in before. So add shipping method. Here we go. And I'm going to rename this. What am I going to rename it? I'm going to rename it economy. Okay, it's not flat rate. We're going to do it by, we've got total cart weight or weight table. It's weight table. What table means is we can set up between say 1 and 2 kilograms, 1 and 2 kilograms, 1 to 2 kilograms, and 2 kilograms up to say 30 kilograms. Okay. So rows, we're going to need 3. I have to save the changes. Okay. And what I'm also going to do now, I'm going back into here, I'm going to rename it. So because I've done it, I've now got my 3 costs and my 3 weights. Now I'm going to change economy. I'm going to add some more detail. I'm going to put 2 to 3 days as well. So what happens now is when people check out, they're going to get economy automatically done by weight. But I also know that once I get up to my over 2 kilograms, it's actually going to go by my 48-hour service anyway. Now they can just select that for a cheaper or lighter item if they want it tomorrow, or they can just do economy. But once they got over 2 kilograms, reality is they get the same price either way, and it's going to come the next day just because that's the way it works. So let's start putting some of our prices in. So what have we got? Our weights. We've got weight 1, weight 2, weight 3, and we've got our costs. So how are we going to do this? Let's do our max weight here is 30 kilograms. Our max weight here is 2 kilograms. Our max weight here is 1 kilogram. Our 1 kilogram cost is £3.95. Our 2 kilogram cost, I'm going to set at £4.95. And my 30 kilogram one, which is my max weight, is £6.95. In fact, I might want to do 4, because maybe when I get over 30 kilograms, I may go, actually, it's just click and collect. Depends. I don't need that, but that's what you could do. So let's save those changes. Oh, and we'll put, this is our minimum cost, it's £3.95, because that's going to show. So table, yeah, save changes. So what have we got now? So we've got click and collect, express, and economy. So let's move our economy to the top. Let's give the option of our express, and then our click and collect. So this is the order it's going to show on the checkout page. Remember, what we're trying to make it look like was here, click and collect, 24-hour express, and economy 2 to 3 days. The $3.95 that shows here So I go back to the page. Settings is the number I put there. I could leave it blank, it would work, but it's going to show that basically it starts at £3.95 depending on the weight. As the weight goes up, it'll then change to these amounts here. Okay, so providing all the weights have been put in, that's it. They're done. Let's refresh this. I don't know if they've added all the weights on these yet. Let's have a look. Let's add to basket. Let's view the basket. Total weight. It's not got my address in there, so let's go for calculate shipping. United Kingdom, postcode, SK151 Lima Hotel. Let's put Lily Bridge. Let's update our totals. There's the choices. So straight away it's worked out the weight, 8.57 kilos. So it's already out of the realms of the cheaper postage. I'm telling them it's 2-3 days economy. They're going to want to go for the cheap one, but they're probably going to see that's the same price. They're probably going to click it there anyway. The reality is it doesn't matter what they get. They are going to get the same thing. They're going to get it next day, whether they stay economy in this case or next. The click and collect should be below there. No, it isn't. Now I think it is in here. No, it isn't. Right, so let's move that down there. Let's save those changes. Let's go back to my basket. Let's refresh. There you go, it's at the bottom. So we now got a postage system that's given me my postcodes specific amounts that I'm going to be charged. It's done it on weight, so I can charge different postages for different weights, and we realise that we may tweak the weights due to the size of an item if it suits us as well. We can do click and collect. And that's it. That's how you set up your postage in Woocommerce. If you find it helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you want questions, I do like to answer them. I like to help people. I'm going to ask you one more thing. Actually, come along here. Shipping classes. Just you go, you didn't show what that was. Here. Don't use it. That's what I'm saying to do with it. Don't use it. It's no help to you. You don't want it. Okay, so ignore it. There's only very few people that might want it. And if you do, message me. But I think I pretty much covered everything you're going to need. Again, customer one here, you don't need to set this up either, so leave this. This is my booster shipping. Again, forget it. You're just going to go into shipping zones. We are going to go into our options, remember. I did that halfway through, where we set it, the weight in the basket, so it shows. It just makes it a nice feature. It makes it look a bit more professional. And whether you're going to force a customer's billing address. So if I went through to PayPal and I put a different address in there, I go, no, you can't do that. It's going to go to this address only. Okay. So that's it. So I hope you liked it. I hope it's helped you. I hope it's explained the new Woocommerce postage system. Hopefully with the plugin I've told you, it's going to help you do a more complicated postage system, which is really going to work for you and not make you lose out because you can't make it more defined the way you need it. I'm going to put a link for Dispatch Bay Pro for you. So there's a £25 through voucher. I don't get £25. But what I do get, every time you send a parcel, they will give me a small percentage credit on my account. You will also get a code so you can then pass it on. So if it works for you, it works for me, it's good. But hey, it's £25 for free. It's worth doing just to get the £25 free. I know you've got to put £50 in, but that makes your postage super, super cheap if you just use it to get rid of that credit. And you can link it directly into eBay and Amazon, all things like that if you want. I'm also going to give you a link for all the postcodes, which you can go in a file like this. Here, it's just going to be a notepad. So Northern Ireland, Highlands, and then the mainland, UK, which you'll see it's a massive list. I'll give you that. I will put this up for you for example. I'll give you a link for this as a PDF. Just show you how I set it up for the sizes and different postage rates. Just help get your head around. You can print out, laminate it, put it in the postage room until it becomes instinctive how things are posted. The postcodes, again, I'll give you a link for that as well, how I got that. That actually comes from Parcel Force, okay? There you go. So they're all linked here. What I've done for you, though, is I've gone and got all of these, put them in the correct format to go in Woocommerce. So I figure if I've got to do the work, let me do it once for everybody, rather than we all have to do exactly the same work. It's a waste of our lives, isn't it? Okay. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to go on these shops, by the way. Alternative car parts and shifting gear. See if there's anything you want to buy on there. You never know. And good luck. Hope it works for you.